right, good morning. Or afternoon, or whatever time this is. Morning. So, getting ourselves ready for our practice today. I am like I'm sitting on a pillow and a rolled up mat today. Because I'm just preparing, because I already know that I've got the tight hip flexors, but it actually feels really good. So there's always that option for you. If you ever need more support, more things to play around with for your practice, grab them, use them. I'm digging it right now. The little bit more height, and because of the structure of the rolled up mats, it's harder than a pillow as well. So it does kind of lift up a little higher. But finding ourselves in our simple cross-legged pose, our simple seated pose, and maybe you're rocking yourself from side to side or front to back, or if you're very elevated like me, maybe front to back kind of is tipping you a little bit. But just beginning to ground the body, beginning to find yourself in the present moment, bringing yourself to the present and preparing yourself for the practice coming up, for this next hour of this just wonderful time of you doing amazing, wonderful self-care. And I was like, I need to tell the yoga class that the strength, so yes, strength is super duper important. And I love in a lot of the apps that I use, that I do some yoga classes on, or do some learning from, they classify yoga as strength. It is strength training. And so I wanted to pass that on and let you know that, yes, this is also mind and body. This envelops a lot of things, but it's also very much a strength training process too. So, and we knew that, because you're doing like downward facing dog, you're doing chaturangas, you're doing push-ups, we're doing all kinds of stuff. We're doing plies, we're doing squats, we're doing lunges, but in the form of poses. And so a lot of times people are just like, oh, it's just a movement, or it's a mind body, or it's so slow that it doesn't. No, you are building strength when you are doing yoga. So I wanted to just bring that up and let you know that it's classified as strength training as well. So we're sitting ourselves up nice and tall. Let's begin to roll our shoulders back. Good. It's kind of nice, because then you're like, yeah, I did my mind body, I did my strength, I did my stretching, I did all of that, and it's all in one. It's great. Good. And go ahead and roll the other way. So roll those shoulders the other way, pulling that forward. And then maybe rolling that back. And rolling that forward. Good. Crunching that up. And then releasing that down. And crunching that up. And releasing that down. And I didn't add in because I was talking while we were doing this. Let's go a little bit more of this going from side to side, and then let's add in that torso rotation. So we'll add in that rotation, and it feels a little awkward because I am higher on this, like I'm gonna fall. But that's a little challenging too. Oh, that torso rotation feels really good. All right, so rotating that torso one way, and maybe you do need support, like I'm having to use support because I am on an uneven surface and I'm a little bit higher. And then let's go ahead and rotate the other way. Oh, that feels so good for the back, low back especially. Yeah, and those lower abdominals, those hips, of course, those hip flexors, just that nice torso circle. Good, and bringing that back to center, back to a nice neutral spot, and stacking the spine. Let's roll our shoulders back again, roll those shoulders forward again, and let's add in a sun breath. So let's inhale and sweep this up, and exhale this out. Good, inhale and sweep this up, And exhale this out. And inhale and sweep this up. As we exhale, let's go ahead and clasp those hands behind us. If you can't reach your hands or your wrists, then feel free to grab your strap. So hopefully you have a strap close to you. We'll probably use it later on in the practice. But grab your strap and you can wrap your strap and hold that behind you too. If your shoulder flexibility or mobility is not letting you clasp behind, or if you're really sore, that can be an issue too. You might want to use that strap for some support. We've got our arms behind us. Let's go ahead and look to the right. So turning that head, oh goodness gracious, turning that head, looking to the right. And then turning that head and looking to the left. And then bringing that head back to center, back to neutral. Let's bend at our elbows, bring our hands over to our right waist, and then let's go ahead and take that elbow, pressing it back or squeezing it back towards the midline, towards your spine, so that you get that nice shoulder capsule opening right there, that pectoralis muscle, your chest muscle. Get that really good stretch. I'm feeling a good stretch in my traps, which is the upper shoulder, and in my lats too. So maybe you're feeling it all over. Maybe you're even feeling this in your tricep and your bicep. Good, let's switch sides. Take this over to that left side, and that elbow squeezes back towards the midline. Trying to hit that, oh yeah. This side, opening that shoulder, opening that chest, stretching through the tricep, through the bicep. Very nice. Good. Let's release that, shake that out. Inhale and sweep this up. Let's drop that right hand down, reach over with the left. Let's keep that right glute, right leg nice and heavy and planted into the floor so that we get just that wonderful, really, really good stretch all the way through the left side of the torso, abdominals, low back, mid back, up through the arm, right there. Good. And let's inhale and sweep this up, and exhale, drop this down, other side. Same thing, let's keep that right leg, right knee, right hip, right glute very heavy, pressed into the floor, and lengthening through that. Yeah, such a good stretch, such a good side stretch here. And breathe. Good, let's inhale and sweep this up. And exhale that down. Very nice. Inhale and sweep it up again. Let's take those arms behind us again. So either grabbing that strap, or maybe your arms are a little bit more warm now. Maybe you can grab those hands or the wrists. Let's open that up. Let's look our eyes to the sky. And then let's drop our chin to chest. Oh, whoa. Lift our eyes to sky. And chin to chest. Good. Bring that head back to center. Look to the left. Look to the right. Bend at our elbows. Let's bring our head back to center. Bend at our elbows. Hands over to left waist. Squeeze that back. Elbow goes back towards that midline. Good. And yeah, maybe things are a little warmer now, a little bit opening a little bit easier. Let's take that over to the other side, over to that right waist, and elbow goes back. Very nice. Good. And then release that, shake that out. Inhale and sweep this up. Let's drop to our left side, reach this over. And you're breathing. I reminded you because I was holding mine. So I had to say, breathe. Remind myself, inhale and sweep this up. And exhale, drop it down to the other side and breathe. Oh, yeah. Very nice. Good. Inhale and sweep this up. And exhale it down. Again, inhale and lift up. Let's clasp our hands at the top this time. Press our palms towards the ceiling. Let's get some nice lengthening here up through the arms, up through the torso, up through that rib cage. So imagine that you've just got a whole bunch of space for your lungs to fill your lungs up with as much air as possible. Let's inhale it deeply here. And exhale, big sigh out. Oh, sigh feels good. Let's do that again. Inhale deeply here. And exhale, big sigh out. And your sigh may not even be a sigh. It could be a groan. If that's what it's feeling today, then you can groan too. Let's inhale it again. Big, deep inhale. And big sigh out or groan. We're going to do one more like that because that feels really good. Let's do that again. Inhale it deeply. And exhale, big sigh out or big groan. Good. So good for that nervous system. Bring our arms out in front of us. Bring our hands out in front of us. We've got our stop hands here. Let's rotate our wrists. Good. And let's go ahead and rotate the other way. Very nice. All right, let's point our fingers down and point those fingers up. Point those fingers down and point those fingers up. And maybe your shoulders are burning a little bit because you're having to hold your arms up. Super good. Again, that's where that strength part comes in. Point those fingers up. Let's keep our fingers pointed up. And let's go ahead and just gently pull back on those fingers. Get that nice forearm, wrist stretch, hand stretch. And then let's go ahead and turn that over and pull on that. Don't pull on it too hard though. You don't need to like pull on it. It's a gentle one. Just a gentle stretch right here. Good. Same thing. Other side. Let's take that hand out, gently pulling on those fingers. Ooh, this side. That feels really good in that wrist and that forearm. And then let's go ahead and turn that over. Oh, that's so good. Right there. So good. And then release that. Oh, shake that out. Inhale and sweep it up. And exhale that out. Let's cross our left hand over to our right thigh. Let's take our right thumb, follow our spine down to the floor, put your hand on the floor, and our first final twist of the practice. Love it. Find that twist and let's breathe it here. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And again, nice deep inhale and nice exhale. Good, let's bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep it up. And exhale it out. Let's cross that arm over. Left thumb follows our spine down to the floor. Twist it here. Again, you may have one side that is tighter than the other. Super duper normal. That is life. We naturally use one side way more than the other. So definitely one side is going to be either over strengthened or under stretched or more sore. So it's very natural. So that's why yoga is such another reason why yoga is such a great thing, because we're working equally on both sides of the body to bring that balance. Let's bring ourselves back to center. Inhale and sweep this up and exhale that out. Good. Inhale and sweep this up and exhale that out. Very nice. If you are sitting on something, go ahead and move that off to the side. I'm sitting on multiple things. So I'm moving them off to the side. And we are going to lean ourselves back. We're going to go ahead and take those feet. You can take them as wide as your mat. You can take them wider. Whatever feels best for you. I think I'm going to go a little wider today because I think I need it. Oh, let's drop those knees from side to side. Oh, nice windshield wipers. Just beginning to, now we're warming up our lower body. Starting with our glutes, starting with our hip flexors, starting with our quadriceps, ankles, all that fun stuff. You can also, if you want to keep your feet planted, you can be doing that as well if that feels better for you, more stable for you. Or you can be picking up those feet. Good. All right, let's go ahead and bring ourselves into this nice zigzag with our right leg in front. Sitting ourselves up nice and tall. Let's twist over to the left first. So get a tall twist to the left. And then we're going to totally untwist and go to the right. So now let's go ahead and find that big, lovely, wonderful twist to the right. I love this one. Love it. Feels so good. So got that nice right twist here. And don't forget to breathe into this. That breath is really going to help open up any tightness or soreness or tension or joints or things that might be out of joint. Let's breathe it here. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And deep inhale and exhale it out. Good. Let's bring this back to center and we're going to do some quick twists. Quick twist. We're going to go for 6 today. So let's twist it for 6 and center. It's 5. Oh, and center. It's 4 and center. It's 3 and center. Feels good. It's 2 and center. And last one. Ooh, nice. Bring that back to center. Very good. Let's go ahead and take this back. Take our legs wide again and back to the windshield wipers with those legs. So good. Dropping that from side to side. Very nice. Good. Let's go ahead and keep our left leg in front now. Bring ourselves center. Sit ourselves up tall. Tall twist to the right first. So that nice tall twist. Really good posture here. Really lifted head. Lengthened spine. And then we get the wonderful big twist to the left. Oh my goodness. And you can always walk your hands further back if you need to, if that feels good for you. Maybe you really need this stretch today. Maybe you are going comfortably uncomfortable today in this stretch. Yeah, I definitely need this stretch today. Breathing this here. Let's inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. Whew. And inhale it again. And exhale it out. Good. Let's bring this back to center. And we're going to go quick for 6. Let's twist it for 6 and back to center. Here's 5 and back to center. Here's 4 and back to center. Here's 3 and back to center. It's 2 and back to center. And last 1 and back to center. Very nice. When lean this back, let's take our legs out in front of us, underneath us, lengthen through that. And we're going to go ahead and find ourselves in our, let's go bent knees first. So let's bend our knees. Let's keep our feet flexed and let's lean back. So let's find ourselves in a modified little boat pose here. And let's lengthen through our arms. So now we're in an actual boat pose, not a modified. Modified meant I was using my hands to hold, but now we're not holding anymore. So we're in an actual boat pose. So lengthening through those arms, nice strong legs, holding this here. Let's go single leg. So let's go ahead and lift our right leg up. 1 breath here. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Good. Release that down. Other side. Lift that left leg. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And release that. Good. Holding this boat pose still. Still hold this. I know we're engaging that core now. We're starting to warm all of that up too. Getting those abdominals involved, getting that low back involved. Really, really good. Let's breathe it here. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Good. Bring our arms beside us and behind us. Our fingers are facing towards our feet. Let's walk our feet in and take ourselves up into our reverse tabletop. Another one of my favorites. I love this one. So good. I like this one because it stretches so many things, but I also feel really strong in this one. This is a really strong one. So our feet are nice and strong into the floor. Hands are strong into the floor. We're stretching through those biceps, stretching through those shoulders. We've got those glutes working here. We've got that core working here, and our neck is nice and neutral. So we're either looking slightly upwards towards the ceiling, or you're looking out in front of you. And we're just holding this and breathing this. Not forgetting to breathe. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Good. Drop that pelvis down. Back into a boat pose. Reach through our arms, lift our leg up. So we're lifting that right leg again. One breath. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Good. Release that down. Lift that left leg. Let's breathe it here. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Good. Release that down. Bring our arms by our sides. Walk our feet in. Let's go back into that reverse table. What was it called again? The reverse table. Now you can keep this here. If you want to go for our last two breaths, if you want to go into that reverse plank, you can do that. Otherwise, go ahead and stay in that table. We've got 2 breaths here. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And one more time. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And drop that pelvis down. Simple cross leg and hinge this forward. Reach those arms out in front of you. That is a good opposing stretch right there. Very nice. Good. Bring ourselves up. Now we lengthen all the way through our legs. Let's flex through our feet and let's find our very challenging staff pose where we've got our arms lifted. We've got our glutes right underneath us. We've got our spine nice and tall, arms nice and lengthened, legs nice and lengthened. Let's breathe it here. Inhale and exhale it out. Keep those feet flexed. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. We got one more time like that. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Good. Release our arms down. Bring our right leg in. Hug that into your chest. Give that a nice big, big hug. Keep that left leg super active. Flexed foot. Let's take our right over our left. So right foot is over that left foot. Let's wrap our left arm around that right leg. Ooh, and right into that IT band, that glute, and that hip. So just this wonderful twist right here. And remember to keep that left leg nice and active, foot flexed. Keep it awake and strong. Good. If that means moving it, then feel free to move it. Sometimes I have to do that. Sometimes I'm like, nope, I need to keep moving it. That means that, yep, keeping that flexed. Good. All right, let's go ahead and twist it to the other side. So twisting it to the left. So good. And bring that back to center. And while we're here, let's get that hamstring and inner thigh. Let's take our right foot to the inside of that thigh. Peace fingers for our big toe, or hand to the shin, or hand to the thigh. Again, just depending on your flexibility. Let's go ahead and reach over for that. And I'm going to have my hand on my rib cage today because I want to open up my torso. This feels really good. I've got a sore lower back. So I'm like, okay, I need to do a little bit more stretching for that. And maybe I need a little bit more strengthening for it too. Maybe I need to do some more bridges, a little bit more bridge work, if that's what's going on. We'll see. And bridges, I'm not like, you can never do too many bridges. It won't harm you. Good. Bring ourselves back to center. Let's lengthen through those legs. Let's reach up through our arms. 3 breaths here in this nice staff pose. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And inhale deeply and exhale out. And inhale it deeply and exhale it out. and release that down. Go ahead and bring that leg in. Oh, and hug that left leg in. Let's remember now to keep that right foot flexed, right leg active and awake. Good. Let's take our left over our right. Let's wrap that right arm around our left. And get that twist here. IT band, glute, hip, all of that good stuff right there. And again, keeping that right foot active, awake, flexed. Very nice. And let's go ahead and twist it towards the inside or towards the right and breathe. Very nice. Bring this back to center. Let's take the bottom of our foot to our inner thigh. Peace fingers for that big toe, hand to shin or hand to thigh. But whatever you did on the other side, try and do the same thing on this side. So you try and you're working on that equal flexibility. Equal flexibility. So same amount of flexibility and strength on both sides of the body. Helping us, our whole body to be strong, but also helping us to prevent injury. Very good. And breathing as we stretch. Very nice. Let's bring our feet together and do a nice little butterfly right here. You can hold on to those ankles. You can hold on to your feet. You can also hold on underneath your heels if that feels good for you too. Sometimes that can open up those inner thighs even a little bit more. It just makes it a little more difficult on your core and on your back. But whatever feels the best for you. Oh, that is good. Very nice. All right, we're going to take it onto our backs for some bridge work. Let's go ahead and grab a block. Let's take that block right between those knees and let's bring ourselves down onto our backs. And we've got ourselves nice and aligned. Our feet are lined up with our knees are lined up with our hips. Arms are right by our side. We've got that block there, not only for alignment help, but also because you're holding that block, you are automatically having to engage those inner thighs without even thinking about it. So it's an automatic exercise. I love it. All right, let's go ahead and lift that pelvis up towards the ceiling. Inhale it here. And let's slowly drop the pelvis down as you exhale. Let's do that again with that breath. Let's inhale and lift it up. And exhale, lower that down. Being intentional with our vertebrae, pressing them into the floor. Let's inhale and lift the pelvis up. And exhale, lower that down. Again, inhale and lift that up. And exhale, lower this down. And again, inhale and lift this up. And exhale, lower this down. Good. Our next one, let's inhale, lift, and hold. So inhale, lift this up. Hold this here, but don't hold your breath. Keep breathing as we are lifted into this very strong, very supportive, very strengthening bridge pose. And maybe you want to walk your feet a little bit closer to your glutes. Maybe you want to roll your shoulder blades underneath you a little bit more, or maybe not. Maybe you're fine where you're at. You could even, if you want to clasp your hands back behind you, underneath you, that might be something that's appropriate for you too, just depending again on your flexibility, mobility, and what your goals are today. Just breathing through that, holding this bridge, breathing and holding. Maybe you're feeling it in your glutes, maybe you're feeling it in your low back, maybe abs, maybe your legs are on fire. All of that is good. All of that means that your body is working, becoming stronger, and you are still alive. Good. Let's slowly drop that pelvis down towards the floor. and then release that. Good. Keep our knees with the block. So keep squeezing that block. Let's go and bring our legs up. So we've got our legs lifted. That block is held between those knees. And then let's go ahead and drop those feet back to the floor. Lift that pelvis up. So we're just going to do a few of these, dropping that pelvis back down and then lifting those knees up. And you're lifting it up enough that maybe that block is right over the chest or the belly, and your low back is pressing into the floor. So you're getting a nice little back massage here too. So dropping those feet back to the floor, lifting that pelvis up. Let's inhale it here. Let's exhale, drop that pelvis down towards the floor. Lift those legs up. Go ahead and lift that. Ah, that feels good for that low back. Drop those feet back down. Lift that pelvis up. Inhale. Holding this here. You can exhale as we keep this up in the air. Do another breath here. And now we can exhale and lower that pelvis down. Good. Lift those legs up. So good. Oh, very nice. And then release those legs down. Good. We can release that block, but before we take ourselves back over, go ahead and do a few windshield wipers here while we are on our back. So dropping our knees, oh yeah, from side to side. This gets a little bit of a different area of that front quadricep, that front hip flexor, because now our body is lengthened. So we're getting the abdominal connection that connects all the way down to that hip flexor, all the way down to those quadriceps. We get a really good stretch there because we are lengthened. Very nice. Let's keep our knees over to one side. Take yourself onto your side and then press ourselves up onto all fours. And you can place your block where you want that for our sun salutations for when we get there. We're on all fours. Let's take our shoulders over our wrists and our hips are over our knees in our nice quadruped position. Let's drop our belly to the floor. Take our eyes to the sky. Inhale. And round our spine. Take our chin to chest. Exhale. Drop that belly. Inhale. Round that spine. Exhale. Drop that belly. Inhale. Round that spine. Exhale. Drop that belly. Inhale. Round that spine. Exhale. Drop that belly. Inhale. Oh, that feels good. And round that spine. Exhale. Good. Keeping our backs nice and flat. We're still in this quadruped position. We're going to shift our weight forward to their shoulders, imagining, maybe your shoulders aren't, but you're imagining that your shoulders are coming right in front of your fingertips. And then your glutes are going to go back to your heels. So we're going to do this a few times. Just taking shoulders in front of those fingertips and then glutes go to heels. And do this again. Take that front and take that back. So we're stretching our wrists here and we're stretching the fronts of our feet and our ankles. So taking that forward and back. And maybe you're able to go a little bit further forward and maybe a little bit further back. We've just got a few more of these. And back and forward and back. Very nice. Back to that nice quadruped position. Let's take our right leg up. Go ahead and lift that up. Rotate our ankle that's in the air. And then rotate it the other way. And then this may be where you're going to go today. Or you got that left arm coming up. So opposing arm into our bird dog, into our balance. Our nice opposing balance pose here. Good. Let's take elbow to knee 6 times. So let's bring this in for 6 and extend. Here's 5 and extend. Here's 4 and extend. Here's 3 and extend. It's 2 and extend. And 1 and extend. Good. Release that arm. Release that leg. Let's take it to the other side. Lift our left leg. Rotate that ankle that's in the air. And rotate it the other way. And then let's take it to that bird dog if that's where you're going today. Woo. and elbow to knee 6 times. Let's bring this in for 6 and extend. Here's 5 and extend. Here's 4 and extend. Here's 3 and extend. It's 2 and extend, and last 1 and extend. Good, release the arm, release the leg, back into a nice child's pose. Glutes go back to heels, lengthen through those arms. Oh, that is good, good. Looking at our hands, let's walk our hands over to the right. Let's take that left hand on top of that right hand. Our left glute going to our left heel, stretching through the left side of the body. And then let's walk those hands over to the other side, over to the left. Let's take our right hand on top of our left hand, and right glute's gonna go over to that right heel. Boy, oh man. This side, so much tighter. Very good, and breathe. Good, bring this back to center, and we're going into our first downward facing dog. So let's bring ourselves up on all fours, curl our toes under, keep our knees bent as we lift our tails to the sky. So tailbone is lifting. We are lengthening through our spine. Oh, getting that really good chest and armpit stretch here, stretching through the arms, through that back, keeping those knees bent so we can get that tail high, and then begin to pedal our feet, heels going down towards the floor. And that definitely engages those Achilles tendons, those ankles, those calf muscles, hamstrings. Just waking all of that up right there. I'm feeling in my calves, especially today. So good. Dropping our heels down towards the floor, finding stillness here. Maybe nod that head yes, or shake that head no. Lifting up on our toes, heels are high. Let's drop both of our heels over to one side. Ha ha. Woo. Good, bring this back to center and drop those heels over to the other side. Good, and bring that back to center. And let's walk our feet to meet our hands at the short edge of our mat. Have your blocks close to you. You don't need them quite yet. Let's let our arms dangle here, and we'll go into ragdoll first. So letting our arms just dangle. We've got ourselves in our nice forward fold. Oh, those dangling arms feel really good. If you would like, you can stay dangling here, or take that opposite elbow with the opposite hand, make a heavy frame for your head, and the heaviness of those arms making that frame, maybe that pulls you down even closer to your legs or closer to the floor so that you're folded in half even more. If your hamstrings are super tight, you can always feel free to bend those knees and still enjoy that forward fold, that deeper forward fold. Good. Let's go ahead and relax those arms. And now we can bring ourselves closer to our blocks, or we can bring our blocks closer to us. Whatever you're doing. We've got those hands on those blocks. Let's go ahead and inhale, flat back, look forward into a tabletop. Good, exhale and release. Now our head has been low for a little while. So in this big mountain pose, take it up nice and slow so you don't get dizzy. Let's inhale and sweep this up nice and slow. Inhale into this tall mountain. And then exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep this up. Oh, so good. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep those arms up. Now we're adding in, taking that around into a chair. Add in that chair. Good. Inhale and sweep this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Inhale, lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Our right foot stays forward. Our left foot goes back into that nice big lunge. Take our left hand on the block or on the floor, and let's go ahead and spinal twist open to the right. So we've got this nice right lunge. Right lunge, spinal twist, and breathe. Good. Bring this back to center. Take that foot back to meet the other foot into a strong top of plank. Shift our weight forward, drop the fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart goes down to the floor in that chaturanga. Heart comes up off of the floor in that baby cobra. Curl our toes under, let them press. Downward facing dog, breathe it here. Nice breathing. Good, let's walk our feet to meet our hands. Standing forward fold, front edge of our mat, grab those blocks. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep those arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Inhale and sweep this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Our left foot's going to stay forward. Our right foot's going to go back into that lunge. Right hand on the block or on the floor. And let's spinal twist. Oh, so good. Over to the left. Nice big lunge here. Nice spinal twist. And breathe. Good. Bring this back to center. Take that foot back to meet the other foot into a strong top of plank. Shift our weight, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart goes down, chaturanga. Heart comes up, baby cobra. Curl our toes under, lift them to rest. Downward facing dog and breathe. Let's walk those feet to meet those hands. Standing forward fold, front of our mat. Let's inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep this up. Exhale, around a chair. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, release. Right foot forward, left foot back lunge. Left hand on block or floor. Let's spinal twist it again to the right. Oh, it feels good the second time around. It was tough the first time. This one feels good. Breathe it here. Breathe and stretch and lengthen into that. Good. Bring ourselves back to center. Take that foot back to meet the other foot into a top of plank. Shift our weight forward, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart goes down, heart lifts up. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog and breathe. Maybe sigh breath like me in this down dog. It feels really good to sigh breath here. Good, let's walk those feet to meet those hands. Standing forward, fold. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Inhale, and lifting up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Left foot's going to stay forward. Right foot's going to go back. Right hand on block or floor. Spinal twist it open to the left. Breathe. And bring this to center. Take our foot back to meet the other foot, top of plank. Shift our weight, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart goes down, heart lifts up. Curl our toes under, lift and press, downward facing dog, and breathe. So good. Walk our feet to meet our hands, standing forward fold. Let's inhale, sweep our arms up nice and big. Exhale it around a chair. Good. Inhale and sweep this up. Dive it down and over. Standing forward fold. Ah, very nice. And inhale, sweep this up again. Exhale it around to chair. This time we're going to hold it here in chair. Bring our hands to our hearts. Let's take our right foot back. Our left leg is in front. Our left leg is forward. Our right leg behind us and our right heel is lifted so that we are in that crescent. And lifting up those arms if that's available to you. That can be very challenging because this is a very unstable position because that heel is lifted. And then with those arms lengthened, remember, longer levers makes everything harder. And you have your longest levers going on here. So let's open this up into our proud warrior, our warrior two. Front knee is bent, back leg is straight, toe is slightly inwards. We're working on that ankle mobility. Let's drop that back arm, take our palm up, peaceful warrior. Reaching into this peaceful warrior. Oh yeah. And breathe. Let's straighten through that leg. So both of our legs are straight now. And let's go ahead and windmill this down. Hand can go to that shin, or I like to use a block here. You can grab that block in our triangle. Yes. So we're pressing our pelvis forward. We're thinking about our belly and our rib cage twisting open towards the sky. So we don't want to be twisting closed. We're doing the opposite. We're opening everything up and breathing. Such a good stretch here, man. Such a good stretch for so many things. I'm definitely feeling it in my leg, my front leg, inner thigh here as well. Good, let's go ahead and bring this up. Release our arms, walk our back foot in, heel toe twice so that we narrow our legs here. Let's take our hands to prayer at our low back. Let's go ahead and turn this, and take ourselves right into that pyramid. So pyramid, we've got this nice flat back. We've got our nice straight legs. And maybe you're feeling it now more in the hamstring of that front leg. And we're going to shift our weight forward into our balance, warrior three. So maybe your balance warrior three is your toe is slightly on the floor. Maybe you are lifting and lowering. Maybe you are working on that full balance, or maybe it's all of the above. It can be all of the above. It can be if you need to reach out for support. Just remembering whatever you do on this side, it's important to do the same on the other side. You don't want to get stronger or more balanced on one side than on the other, because that can lead to injury. It can lead to imbalance, which can lead to injury. Good. Oh, my glute is on fire. Yeah. Let's go ahead and hinge this up into a standing half staff pose. Right there, lengthening up through that. And then let's go ahead and release that leg down, and we're in that strong mountain pose. Let's inhale, lift this up, slight back bend here. Exhale, dive it down and over. Oh, forward fold. Love the forward fold. So good. Inhale and sweep this up. Exhale it around to chair. Good. Now, everything we just did, we're going to do it on this other side. Bring our hands to heart. Let's keep our right leg forward and take our left leg back this time. Left heel stays lifted. And let's go into that challenging crescent pose. Again, remember, because we've got our long levers, long legs, long arms, and our heel is lifted. So there's not much stability here. You're having to use your core, everything to stabilize. Let's open this up. Proud warrior. Warrior two. Foot is slightly inward, other foot out, knee bent. Good. Let's drop that back arm. Take our palm up, peaceful warrior. Reach up through that, breathe. Very nice. And then let's go ahead and release that front leg and windmill ourselves down into that triangle. Oh, so good. Open that up, pressing our pelvis forward, rib cage, torso twisting up and towards the ceiling. Whoo! That is super good. And breathe. And let's bringing ourselves up, release our arms, walk our back foot in, heel toe, so that we narrow those legs a little bit. Take our hands to prayer at low back, turning this, flattening through that back into pyramid. Oh, such a good hamstring stretch there on that front leg. Wow. All right, we've got it. Our balance warrior 3. So remember what you did on the other side, work on that on this side. So try and get there, or work on trying to get there. Whatever that looks like for you. It's your practice. Every day is different. Oh yeah. Yeah, this side is a little stronger than the other. I need to work on my other side too. Good, let's go ahead and hinge this up, bending through that knee into a half staff. Reach up through those arms. Oh, that's good. And then let's go ahead and release that foot down to the floor. Inhale and lift this up. Slight back bend here, and then exhale, dive it down. Over. Good, both feet back to a top of plank. Nice top of plank here. Drop to our knees. Let's take ourselves back into a child's pose. Arms by our side, palms facing up into that nice little turtle. Drop our elbows off to the side. Oh, feels so good right there in this nice little turtle. Or child's pose. And breathe. Good, let's take those hands right by those knees, press ourselves up. Let's grab whatever you need for final relaxation, because that's where we're going. So if you're using an eye pillow, go ahead and grab an eye pillow. And let's see, yeah, grab a strap too. Actually, no, we don't need a strap. We're just gonna drop our knees from side to side. So if you need an eye pillow, go ahead and grab that. If you use blankets or pillows for your relaxation, grab that as well. Let's take ourselves onto our backs and let's go ahead and bend our knees. And we are going to bring those knees up so that our low back can press into the floor. So we've got our feet lifted up off the floor, our knees are bent. And then let's go ahead and drop both of our knees over, over to the right. Let's take those arms into that nice T. And then let's look to the left. Oh, goodness gracious. I could do this one for a really long time. This feels so good. Right here. Arms are out, knees are over to the right, head is over to the left. Enjoy this little spinal twist here and breathe. Oh yeah. Good, let's bring this to center and drop those knees over to the other side. So dropping over to the left, arms stay in that T. Let's look over to the right if that's available to you. I should have said that with the other side too, with the neck. Sometimes with the neck, maybe you've got some stiff neck stuff going on, and maybe it's not available to you to be looking over to the opposite side. So you can look up at the ceiling, keep your neck neutral. But maybe you can get a little bit over to that opposite side. So legs are over to the left, head is over to the right. And let's bring those legs back to center. So good. Let's go and reach behind both of our legs and pull that into the chest. Give yourself a little bit of a hug. And maybe you can rock it a little bit from side to side. That feels good too. Oh, that feels really good. Oh, just the rocking. Little back massage right there. Go ahead and release that, and let's lengthen through our legs towards one end of the room. Reach through our fingers towards the other. If you've got that eye pillow, feel free to put that over your eyes and enjoy the darkness and the heaviness. Let's reach through those arms, reach through those legs, lengthening through that. Low back is lifting up off of the floor. Maybe you're adding an inch, maybe you're adding 2 inches, maybe you're adding 3 inches to your height today through this stretch. Oh, wouldn't that be incredible? It might be fun to be like 4 inches taller. I don't know. And then you could like not, and then you could undo that too. Let's lengthen this here. Let's inhale it deeply. And then as we exhale, let ourselves sink, let ourselves settle. Let those feet just fall open, and let the arms and the heart be open to the sky. Relax that face and relax that jaw. Release that jaw. Relax it. If you do have that eye pillow, it is so much easier to relax that face because that heaviness over the eyes, the eye sockets, oh, it's just so helpful in relaxing. Relax that forehead and that scalp. Relax and release the arms, the chest, the belly, the pelvis and the glutes, the quadriceps, those front thighs, and those hamstrings, those back thighs. Relax those as well. Relax the knees, the shins and the calves, and relax the ankles and the feet. Just breathing. Quieting things down, slowing things down. Let's go ahead and bend our knees and tuck that tailbone under. Maybe if that works for you, if that's helpful for you. Sometimes it might not be, but maybe your low back can flatten a little bit. And then let's drop both of those knees over to our most comfortable side and take ourselves onto our side. Maybe you have to hold your eye pillow, or maybe you take your eye pillow off. But we're just on that side, and we've got a breath or two here in this very primal fetal position. And then let's slowly begin to press ourselves up, bringing ourselves up into a seated pose that is strong and supportive for you. So taking your time, bringing yourself up. Oh, that feels good. Ooh, you want to get stretched like that. Oh, that is good. Lengthening up through the spine. Inhale and sweep up through our arms, reach up through those hands. And as we exhale, our eyes are going to follow our fingers, take our chin to chest. Let that head center, take our fingers to forehead. As we leave today, let us think thoughts of truth. Take our fingers to our lips. As we leave today, let us speak words of love. Take our hands to our hearts. As we leave today, let our lives be a light of truth and a light of love, having hearts of compassion and mercy, knowing that we have not been given a spirit of fear, but the spirit of love and a sound and peaceful mind. Inhale it deeply and exhale. And one more time, big deep inhale. And big cleansing exhale. And thank you for joining me for the practice today. Amazing strength work. You did it. Have a blessed rest of your day. I'll see you next time.